Hey, what's happening, everybody? How are you doing? It is, what is today? Today's Monday. Yeah, it's Monday, isn't it? I'm going to tell you, man, uh, Mother Nature, Mother Nature is not messing around with us out here in the country of the Carolinas. We're out here in the sticks, man, and it always seems to be the last area that the road crews want to come to. Uh, Anything of that nature. It seems to be that we're always kind of like the redheaded stepchild out here. And so I'm in my room, as you can see, and I'm using my phone, and I know it's a reversed mirrored image, but it's the best I can do. You can see right here, that is my T-Mobile modem slash router right here. And I'm going to tell you the whole story of what we've been dealing with. Uh, yeah, it just, man, everything just turned into a nightmare. We had power up until, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock yesterday evening. And it's right now it's like 35, so things are starting to melt, and it still looks like a winter wonderland outside. But the bad thing is, when the sun goes down, all this stuff's going to freeze right back up, and it's going to be just like it was. Um, I'm looking out, lifting part of my blinds up to look out. So anyway, so yeah, it's been a mess. It's been a mess. I'm gonna tell you. Let me see here. Cameron Hart. Hey, Cameron. And he says, "Hey, man, still cold here. How about you?" Yeah, we don't have no power, so I'm bundled up. I got an extra hoodie on here. I got two hoodies on, and I couldn't hardly sleep last night. My mom's. I'm back here in the music room. It's really cold, and it's cold in this house. And my mom and my wife are in the front part of the house in the living room. And so let me tell you what's going on. Let's see. Hey Dewey, how you doing, man? Thank y'all for being here. So this is what happened. We were sitting there yesterday. Hey dog, how you doing? Uh, yeah, man. Uh, we were sitting out there in the living room. We was watching TV. Everything was fine, you know. We were like, oh, okay, everything's gonna be cool. And about 5 o'clock last night, the power just went out. You know. Well, now, if you may recall, in some other live drive videos or just love other live videos in general, I said that I had a generator and everything set up outside. And sorry, I haven't been up long. I finally got a little bit of sleep, so I'm trying to get woke up here. I literally just woke up like 25 minutes ago because I work nights when I can work. I work nights, so I'm trying to stay on that regimen, which was really tough last night. I couldn't sleep. I think I finally went to bed about 7 o'clock this morning. But anyway, I have a generator sitting outside, and when I did a test run uh, one day last week, it was fine. You know, everything was it crunk right up, and I got some extension cords running into the house, and I checked those out. Everything was good. I said, okay, so we're ready. I had two gas cans full of fuel, and so last night about like I said, about 5, the power goes out. I said, well, let me go crank up the generator and get things going here. So I go out there and I'm trying to crank the generator, and it doesn't want to crank. And I'm like, really? What's going on? Now, I've had this generator for a while, but it's got us through some pretty rough patches, you know. So I finally get the generator to start, and and I keep having to mess with the choke on it, and I finally get the choke in a certain spot where it'll run like it's supposed to. I think the carburetor might need to be cleaned or something. I don't know. Anyway, the bad thing is when I'm trying to, the generator's sitting on the ground uh, next to the porch, and when I'm leaning over trying to look at the what I need to do, the stuff's the ice and all is dripping off the roof, streaming off the roof, and it's hitting the back of my neck and going down my back, and it's like you're taking a really cold shower. And I was like, oh my God, my jacket, I have a blue jean jacket my mom got me. It's got the wool and everything. That jacket was getting soaking wet. So I finally got it running. And then, because all we have for heat is we have one of those electric fireplaces out there in the living room. And that pulls a lot of power. That pulls a lot. So we had that going, and I had some more power strips. I have an extension cord running in here to the music room, and like I said, that's my T-Mobile modem right there. And big shout out to T-Mobile, man. This is the second time we've had a really bad winter storm, or especially Helene in 2024, and nobody had internet. But there's a tower down the road, and it still has power, so that's how we have internet. Because T-Mobile is wireless; it doesn't use a coax cable or nothing like that. So I ran an extension cord in here, got that up and running. So that's how I'm able to stream and get online. My mom and my wife are out there watching Netflix right now in the main room. That's where the electric fireplace is, and it does okay. It's it's not super warm, but it's better than nothing. It's supplying a little bit of heat. So anyway, I get the generator running. This was last night. I come inside, and I'm soaking wet, man. So I take my jacket off, and I'm drying the back of my hair off my neck and all of a sudden, right when we get everything up and running, the generator just stops. And I was like, oh my gosh, man. So I get the jacket back on, go back now. Remember, and now it's dark. It's dark, and everything out here is like an ice skating rink, man. It's just, so I'm trying to step off the porch and go down the little hill where the generator is beside the porch. And I'm having to hug the brick column and slide and like just slide around, literally just go whoop like that. I'm holding on and I'm sliding down, and it slides me right down to the generator. So I'm like, what's wrong with this generator, man? So I mess with it, I crank it up again, it runs, and that's when I realized I had to play with the choke lever some to get it in just the right spot, and it would run. And I'm gonna get to your comments in just a second. And thank you for tuning in, by the way. Again, I know everything is a mirror image on here. That's because I'm going live. This is the only way I can go live at this particular time. So if you'll just bear with me on that, I appreciate it. So I finally get it to run, where it's doing like it's supposed to. I came inside. 10 minutes later, it shut off again. So my guess is that the little bit of gas that was in there, I might have had a little bit of bad gas in there because I filled it up with fresh gas, and that might have been what had happened. And it possibly could have been when I was trying to fuel it up, a little bit of that water that came off the ice that was water stuff was coming off the roof might have got down in the tank a little bit. But I knew if it would just run, it would run through eventually, and it would be steady, So thankfully, it finally straightened out. It finally leveled out. And and I was like, okay, I have an electric heater and that I put in me and my wife's bedroom. And what's ironic is I ordered one from Best Buy the other day. Well, I knew it wouldn't get here for a while because of the weather, but I wanted to have another one just in case. And I got a email from Best Buy saying, sorry for, there might be some delays on your delivery, which I don't care. It's no big deal. But so I tried to turn on that electric heater, and it's 1,500 watts. So I went to go turn it on, and you can hear the generator outside go boom, 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 like it's wanting to shut off. So we cut the electric heater back off, and the generator went back to normal running speed, whatever. So what am I running right now? And this generator is only a 4,000 watt, so it's not real big, but it's enough to get by, and that's what we're barely doing right now. We're barely squeaking by. So I have our big TV is hooked up. The electric fireplace is hooked up. My refrigerator, got it hooked up. And then my T-Mobile modem, it's hooked up. And let's see. And then a small little light. You know, it has one of those. It's a little brass light. My wife has out there. It's got the brass. Uh, you just tap it and the light comes on. So, and that's it. And we got these. I got my phone hooked up to one right now. One of these power bricks to charge our phone. And my wife said that she got a text message from the power company a little bit ago, and they're estimating that the power will be back on at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Now, here's the bad thing, or the dangerous thing. All I had was 2 gas cans full of fuel. That's it. You know, that's all I have is 2 cans. So I filled those up. I think it was last Thursday or Friday. I filled them up, and so I filled up the generator when we started this whole thing. It had a little bit of gas in it. Like I said, that's probably bad gas that was in there. It's been sitting for over a year, but I put some of that stabilizer in it. Maybe that's what saved it, and filled it up. And I was having trouble getting that generator running, like I said earlier. That's why I couldn't sleep last night, man. It was just that generator kept giving me more and more trouble, and finally it leveled out. And I was like, well, I know I'm not going to work. There's no way, man, because I mean, it's supposed to get in the morning, it's supposed to be like 10 degrees here. It's like 30, I think it's like 34 right now, something just barely above freezing, which stuff is thawing out, like I said, but man, it's going to I'm sorry. It's going to freeze right back over. It's going to be very treacherous. And I did have a Coleman 2-burner propane stove that I have for the camper. I brought that in, and we were able to heat up some chili last night, and if we want to boil any water or anything. So that come in handy, man. That was nice. So I was glad I was able to also hook up my refrigerator, because my wife had just got groceries and the freezer is full of stuff, but we can't use the microwave or we can't use the stove. So, but I don't want to lose all that food. That's a lot of money. Let me go to some of these comments. I'm just trying to give you a rundown on what's going on. Thank y'all for tuning in. And if you don't mind, hit that thumbs up, please. I would really appreciate it. That helps. Really, I'm trying to grow this channel, y'all. I mean, I'm sitting here doing a live thing during this winter storm of 2026, and they gave it a name. They gave this winter storm, a name, and I can't remember. My wife told me. I can't remember what it's called, but they did, and if I could have remembered, I would have put it in the title. But all right, Don Morton, man, I gotta tell you something, Mr. Morton, CEO of Morton Salt. My wife came in here. It was yesterday or day before yesterday, and you can't see it, but right over in that area is your little, I'll show you. It's right here. Let me make sure I'm not hitting anything if I spin around. I'll show you right here. Right there it is. See, I keep it right there. That's my salt and pepper from the CEO of Morton Salt. That is some Morton salt and pepper shakers that Mr. Don Morton got from me when we met at the guitar shop in Anderson a couple of months or so ago. And it was I have it sitting right there. I have my little mementos. I sit right there on that. And and my wife came in here to get something, and she said, "Oh, we can use some salt and pepper." And she said, "I saw that." I saw that written on there, and she goes, what is that? And I told her, and she said, "Oh." I said, "You better not open that up. That's from the CEO of Morton Salt." That's but I thought that was funny. But yeah, she saw that and she had a little laugh on that. That was awesome. But let me see. I need to see I got to go back on here on what you said. Hello, Joe. Tough going right now. Praying for power to be restored soon. Thank you. Yes, me too, man. The Dalpa said he just shaved 2 inches of ice off his heater outside the heater unit. Was all set with the generator, propane and gas, and the generator. Let's see. Oh, you have indoor propane heater just in case. That's good. That's good, man. Another 24 hours till it gets above freezing where you're at. Yeah, man. It's sunny right now. Ground looks like snow, but solid ice. That's how it is here. Yes, that's how it is here. Ice is no joke, man. I mean, that's like I said before. We get ice here, and that's what's the most dangerous thing of all. Snow is no big deal, man. I can handle snow. That ain't nothing. It's the ice is what shuts everything down. Jam Pro Sound. Hey Joe, the average resting human body radiates roughly 100 watts. Am I reading this right? Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Keep everyone together in one room and you can maximize your heat. Oh, okay. I got you. Thank you, man. Wolf Boy. Hey, man. How you doing? Yeah, I don't play lefty. No, it's it's this stupid YouTube live, man. Bozique, hey man, working remotely from home today here in Philly. We got about 8 inches. It's too cold for it to melt all week. Oh yeah, I know, man. I'm sorry. Time Surfing Alien, hey man, how are you? He says, good morning, Joe. Good morning to you, sir. Yes. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, please hit that thumbs up for me, please. Be careful using extension cords on the heater. Yeah, that's all I have. I don't have anything else, but yeah, I've been keeping an eye on it. Time Surfing Alien, I love living in the South. I do too, except right now. I've lived in the South all my life, and when it gets to this time of year, I can't stand this time of year because I can't work. I drive for a living. I can't get out there and drive. It's too dangerous, My job contacted me earlier and said, are you coming in tonight? And I said, no. I said, no, I'm not. That's my call to make as a driver, and I'm not doing it. You can drive right now, but like I said, when the sun goes down, nope. Those ice storms can be worse than the ice. Those ice storms can be worse. Yeah, than the ice storms itself or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, they're bad. Ice storms are bad, period. They're horrible, man. And that's, Charlie S. Hey, Joe, sorry to hear about the power. I just got back in here from shoveling snow in Jersey, 14 inches and some ice. Stay safe. Thank you, Charlie S. Be safe, man. Be safe. Dalpa's all set up for his stuff. Yeah. Bozique says, I call it the snow apocalypse. There you go. Ferns. Thank you, Strange Hawk. Thank you. Yeah, I know it started with an F. I was like, is it Fern or is it Frank? What is it? Fern. That's it. That's the name of this winter storm. Thank you very much for that. Thank you so much. I wish I could highlight comments, but I can't. Let's see. Hey, Art, how you doing? Hey, Joe, hope you get your power back soon. When I lived in Connecticut, I got a pair of ice cleats to attach to your shoes. They work great. I could practically run. Oh, okay. Yeah, they don't sell. I don't think they sell nothing like that around here. But in your area, I totally get it. Heck yeah, that's smart, man. Man, these comments don't stay lit up long. Liquor Master Flex, morning, Joe. Chilly and windy from here in Somerville. What's up, man? That's where my stepdaughter lives. Yes. Don Morton, that's cool of you to share the story of the Morton salt and pepper shakers. Use them if you need to, but remember, I'm the CEO, and that would disappoint me. No, I'm kidding. He didn't say that. Yeah, no, I wouldn't use those, man. You gave me these, man, and that was kind of you to even go through the trouble of that. I know you can't read it, what it says, because it's backwards, because thanks, YouTube. But it says, the best guitar show on YouTube. Thanks, Joe and Ralph. Don, the CEO, Morton Salt. Yeah. Really cool, man. And oh, and I got the pics here from Herb of the Fireside Studio. He sent me right here. Really cool of that. And I got some other pics that I've accumulated over time. And very nice of everybody. Let's see here. Let me see what we got. Fletch, hey Fletch, hey Shredders. It's so slick here in Kentucky. I almost didn't get to work last night. Pure ice. Yeah, I don't see how you did it. Yeah, when it gets like that, I'm not going anywhere, man. Don Morton, just no traction in our vehicles on ice. Yeah, that's the way it is here. That's the way it is here. If you even attempt, like right now, I could go out and about because I was thinking about going to get some fuel. I only have enough gas for one more fuel up on the generator, and I let that generator run. When I filled it up, I said I'm gonna let it run till it runs out. That way I know how much time I'm gonna get on a full tank in that generator. So I roughly get between 11 and 12 hours, roughly. That's pretty much where it's at. So, and sure enough, last night, my mom and we got one of those couches that has, I call it an L couch, where it kind of, you got one here, section here, and there's another little section over here, but not as long. So my mom and my wife slept on the couch because of that electric fireplace, and I cannot sleep on that couch, man. I just can't do it. So I went back to our bedroom, and there's extra covers on there, and I just bundled up, and I still had all my clothes on, and that is so uncomfortable. But what are you going to do? So I said, well, I would lay there and I would doze off for maybe an hour or two, and I'd wake up, and because the generator's just right outside on that side of the house, so I could hear it going, ooh, I could hear it running. I said, okay, still running, because I was wondering, when's it going to shut off? How much longer? Because I went out and checked it earlier that evening, and it still had half a tank. And I said, well, that's good. It's been running for quite a while, a long time. So I dozed off, and then my wife came in there at 7 o'clock this morning and said, hey, the generator just shut off. And I'd only been asleep for maybe a couple hours. So I got up and put my jacket on, put my shoes on, put my gloves on, went out there and filled it up. And I said, well, this will get us till about 7 p.m. tonight. If we were to just let it run solid, it'll get us to about 7 o'clock tonight. And now my mom's house, which is 2 miles that way, but you got to cross a bridge to get to it. And that's the thing you don't want to mess with when the weather is treacherous like this, is crossing a bridge. Right now you could get across it because it's like 35 degrees, and I think it'd be okay. How they say bridge ices before road. So I don't know. It might still be treacherous because of the wind flowing underneath the bridge. So I don't know. But anyway, her power came back on earlier this morning or late last night, something like that. And so I went out there and asked her. I said, "You want me to go ahead and take you home, Mom? So you got power." She said, "No, I'm fine right here." I said, "Okay." So I have enough gas left for one more fuel up on that generator. And so I was getting ready to leave in Little Red and put those gas cans in the back of the truck. I'm sorry, it's cold in here, man. Golly, it's cold. This old house, man. When we go through stuff like this, it gets freaking cold in here, man. So I was going to put those gas cans in and go try to find a gas station and try to get fuel, because I said I only have enough gas for one more fill up on that generator. That's it. And my wife said, "Where are you going?" I said, "Well, I'm going to try to find gas if I can, because my truck, it's full of gas. I filled it up the other day, so it's full of fuel." She said, "No." She goes, "The power company said it's going to be back on at 3. I said, "Yeah, that's what they say." I said, but are you really going to count on that? I mean, she goes, well, I've seen the power trucks going up and down the road. I said, well, that's good. That's good. But you know how it is, man, with the way uh, I remember my dad, see, he worked for the power company for years. He retired from Duke Energy. It was called Duke Power back when I was younger. And I never could understand how all that stuff worked, even though I worked for the power company, but I did underground. Underground is a lot more easier to understand for me. Overhead is just, I asked him to explain it to me how things work on the different phases and the different, um, I don't know, different circuits and all this other crap. I couldn't, I just couldn't. I was like, whatever, I couldn't. But to him, it was like, like mixing chocolate powder and milk and just stir it and drain, and it's easy. But I never could get a grasp on it. I was like, what now? So anyway, but I do remember this. So uh, out here, overhead, like every other couple of poles, you'll see a transformer. All right. So, but if people have power across the street and you don't have power, they're on a, what did my dad say? They're all on like a different phase or something, because it's just the way it works. So that's why I was trying to get across to her. I was like, yeah, they're out here, but other people might get it on, but it still might be a long time before we get ours on. So that's why I wanted to go get fuel in the gas cans. She said, no, just stay here because some of these bridges, because we got a bridge here and a bridge right down here. So either way I go, you have to cross a bridge. And it's just, right now, I think she made the right call telling me not to go because it's just, I just don't know, man. It's like it's almost kind of like we're trapped. My only thing that I knew to do when I couldn't get the generator to run smoothly out here at the house, I mean, I finally did, but when I was having all that trouble and all that ice was, water was coming off the roof and I was getting soaking wet out there last night, I was thinking, oh God, if I can't get this to work, what do I do? I mean, I just put all the gas in this generator. It's not wanting to run properly. It'll run for a minute, shut off. Run for a little bit, shut off. I said, the only other thing I know to do is try to get the generator from the camper, but I can't get it up here because everything's like an ice skating rink. I can't. Man, when I went out the gate to go try to go down I call it the grassy knoll, go down a little hill to get to our building over there, I had to squat down. I mean, I literally squatted down like this, and I was still on my feet, and I slid down the hill just like that. Because I knew if I stood up and tried that, I would, my feet would come out from underneath them. But if I put my body weight down and just spread my legs, and I just slid right down that hill until I stopped, and I barely got to the building, got the lock unlocked. Thank God I was able to get that unlocked. It wasn't froze, water all over it, but I was able to get it. And I got that gas can and I fueled up that generator, and that's when it started having problems. And I was like, okay, now what? I said, well, I could run some more lines from that generator on the back of the camper to these that I have on this generator, but I don't know if I have enough extension cords to cover that distance. So it was like, damn. So this is what I told my wife. Excuse me. I told my wife, because I brought this up to her last year. I brought this up. I said, this is what we need to do, because we done come into this problem 2 or 3 times living out here in this old house. I said, this is what I want to do. And then now that we're going through this ordeal, she sees what I'm trying to say now. She gets it. I said, I'm going to get a big old generator, a big one. The one we got's a 4,000 watt. It's just barely enough to squeak by, but I won't get like a 10,000 watt generator, something big. I'm gonna have it out here, have it securely locked up, and I'm gonna have a plug put in by the breaker box. It's just like when you're in a camper, that plug that sticks out on the side of the camper, and you take that cable, plug it into your power source or your generator or whatever, and plug into the camper, and your camper is powered. That's what's we're gonna do here. I'm just gonna get an electrician to do it, because I don't know how to do it. I look videos up on YouTube on how to do that, And I was like, nah, I'm gonna just get an electrician that's certified and and all that stuff and whatever they call it, bonded and all whatever you say, and pay them to install it. And that way, if something goes out, I can turn on that generator. You have to cut off your main breaker in your breaker box because when you're feeding that power from the generator to that plug that powers your outlets in your house, you don't want it to backfeed and go toward the transformer on the pole. So you have to be sure to cut your mains off, and then you flip a special breaker on that'll you bypass it. Is what I'm saying. But you just have to look up videos on YouTube. I looked that up a year or two ago, and I said that's what we need. That way, when this stuff happens, man, you can just turn that generator on. Your outlets are ready to go. You don't have to run extension cords through the house. You're good to go. And that's what I want to do, and we're going to. Let me look at these comments. I mean, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to get my story out so I don't forget. Let's see. No traction with on ice. That's right. Yes. Dewey says I'll be calling off work tonight myself. Yeah, it's the safest thing to do, man. Don Morton, cool picks. Yeah, man. Let's see. Hey, Fletch. It's 17 here in Kentucky. I feel you, man. I feel you. Dogpa, your power went out? Uh-oh. Well, you got the backup, don't you, to get it done? I think you said you did. Bozique, that's the one thing we're lucky with here. It was mostly snow, so we didn't get the ice on the power line to knock everybody's electricity out. Yes. Yeah, that's the big thing here, because our power kept flickering. The lights would dim, they'd flicker, and they'd come back, and then it just went out, and then come back. And I said, and my dad always told me this. Now, this is what he told me. He said, if your power goes out and comes back on, if it does that 3 times, on the next one, it's going to be out. That's it. It's going to be it. And every time it's done that, he was right. He was right. Yeah. Let's see. You got the generator running, Dolpa? Good. Yeah, they add a switch to swap the power to the generator. I want to get a bigger generator and do the same thing with, what I was talking about. Yeah. Yeah, that's the best thing to do. Yeah, my wife was looking at generators last night. And so we're going to go, I think we're going to go for that 10,000 watt generator. It's going to cost some money, but shoot, man. Why not be prepared and don't sit here and have to, golly. Don Morton. Oh, okay, man. You gonna go out and start your driveway? Well, be careful, man. Thank you very much for your kind words, man. I appreciate Don Morton, man. Thank you, Mr. Morton. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you. Wolf Boy, my sister and brother-in-law have a generator hookup like that on their house. See? There you go. Thank you for, so y'all know what I'm talking about. Acoustic guitar time. GRB Aquatics. Man, I suck at playing acoustic. And it's so cold in here. I'm telling you, man, I've been doing this all night, popping my fingers because my joint, it's cold, and I can't, if I tried to play right now, it'd be a train wreck, man. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Blake, is that Blake? Hey, Blake, I'm in Piedmont and we have power. But look at it this way: you can practice acoustic guitar. That's another vote for acoustic. Yeah, that's true. I'm just not a fan of acoustic guitars. I'm just put a blanket on those guitars. Oh, they're fine, man. They're fine. It's all right. Yeah, it's I don't know, man. Hopefully the power will come back on and we can get the heat back up and running and get the hot water heater back up to temp. And it's so crazy, man. The little things that you have when everything's running smooth, and then something like this happens, and you're like, oh man. Because during Helene in 2024, when Helene came through, man. Now that was in September, and it felt good outside. It felt good. It was the weather was perfect. It wasn't too hot because sometimes it can still be warm after Labor Day, right? I mean, when we went to the campground this past September for Labor Day, it was hot and humid, and they had just shut the pool down. So we came home early, man, because it was so humid outside. You couldn't sit in your chair. You couldn't do nothing. So we packed up and came home the next day, and that was a waste of money. But I thought the pool would still be open because that was going to be our saving grace. So what I'm getting at is when Helene came through the year before in September, I took a cold shower every day. It was cold. It would make your body, you know what I mean, draw up. You'd be like, oh. But right now, the way it is in this house, I ain't taking a cold shower. There ain't no way. So that's just I got that camping stove in there. I'll boil some hot water and you know do what I got to do. But yeah, let's see. The dog says I got a Pod Express Black, so I can play. Yeah, you can play on batteries with headphones. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And I got the red one, but I haven't used it in a long time. Roddy's Jam Cave. If utility companies would bury the lines, go underground, yes, instead of running them overhead. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. I hope it didn't affect anybody. It would eliminate a lot of the outages and save on costs and repairs. And I asked my dad that a long time ago. I said, why don't they just put everything underground? And he said, it's cheaper to run it overhead. It's cheaper. And I'm like, yeah, but a place like this, make a lot more sense with all these. I mean, there's nothing but woods around here, trees, and so it would make sense. Now, our line coming from the pole is underground, but that don't help nothing when there's a substation right down the street. But it's just that probably feeds all of this area, and I don't know, man. All those ins and outs of that stuff. My dad was a genius at that, and I was an idiot. It just wasn't for me. But let's see. William De Silva. Hello, man. How are you? Hope you're making it through okay. We had power out for a week a couple of years ago. Ice storm. It effing sucked. 4 power poles snapped in half in my town. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what's horrible about ice storms and when it gets that cold. And my wife showed me a video on her phone yesterday of why crews were kind of hesitant to go out last night. I can't remember the exact area, but I think it was here in South Carolina. Somebody was filming. They were on this roadway, and there was trees on both sides, and they were tall trees. And the tree up top, it just snapped. The upper part of the tree just snapped and fell. Just poof, because of the ice. And I've never seen that, ever. I've never seen a tree way up there, a big portion of it just snap off and fall and collapse. And it was huge. I was like, the main tree was still there, but it was I was like, good God, man. But anyway, yes, William De Silva, I feel you, man. Blake, is that Lamba? Blake Lamba? I hope I'm saying your name. What part of South Carolina are you at? I'm in Greenville County. Yeah, I'm in Greenville County. William De Silva, the problem is the amount of let's see, all the underground. Yeah. People would complain about construct. Yeah, I used to do underground. That was what I did back when I was in my early 20s. And it does cost a lot to do underground. It's a lot. It's a lot. And then you're digging through people's yards and putting in the lines of some of that stuff. And people, what they don't realize is so far off the road is, the county or whatever has what they call the right of way. They have so much that they can go to, like for the water line, power, uh, what telephone, whatever. There's so much of that, their yard, their front yard, whatever, from the road that they can use to dig, and a lot of people don't realize that. And we'd be digging, have a ditch witch, and be digging a trench through somebody's that part of their yard, and they would come out and raising all kind of hell, man. They'd like, "Hey, what do you think you're doing?" And I was like, "Uh-oh, it's about to get real here." And the crew leader would stop the ditch witch, and he would say, we're here working." And that guy, "I'm calling the law." I'm like, "Dude, what? Call the law?" And sometimes that happened. The law said, "Man, just go back in the house." Wasting everybody's time with that. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of money for time and labor. Yes. Blake Lomba, he says, "I love the guitar shops you have gone to and been checking them out." Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, we went to the last thing we did was that Sonic Sound guitar show, but we got in there the day before the public, and that was just by cure. That was by pure coincidence and luck. My dumb ass, I thought it was on Friday and Saturday. Turned out it was on Saturday and Sunday. And thanks to the lovely people at Lonely Hound, they allowed us in to film the day before they had the event. So we want to do more shops. That's the big thing that people love, is the guitar shop reviews, and that's what we want to keep doing. But it's just a matter of getting things lined up. It's a matter of some of these shop owners that we haven't been to yet, of course. It's a matter of them getting on the same page with us, because I'm the one that calls these people. I'm the one that calls them and say, "Hey," it's just like what Phil McKnight said on one of his live streams a month or so ago. When you're calling these shops, you have to make a pitch. It's like a sales pitch, but you're not physically selling them nothing for money, but it's still the same scenario. So I pretty much have it memorized in my head. What I tell them when they answer. The first couple of times I called these shops, I was kind of like, well, we have you, and I was kind of, because I didn't write nothing down. I just shot from the hip. But now I got it. I call them up and I said, "Hey, how you doing?" They say what their name is, and I say the name's Alan. I say, "Hey, Alan, how you doing? My name's Joe." He goes, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "Man, I'm doing all right." I said, "Look, my friend and I do some content for my YouTube channel called the Joe Wentz Project TV, and in the live chat, we have a live show every Saturday night at 8:30, and in that live chat, they recommended we come visit your shop. That's the truth, And they're like, "Oh, really?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And I said, if you can look up the channel right now, or you can write it down, go to the playlist section and look at guitar shop reviews, and you'll see what we do." And thankfully, in the past, all the shops Ralph and I have done has been a success, and people enjoy that. And it's worked out really well, and we want to keep doing that, but now we have to kind of widen our reach, if you will. And the further out we go, that's more further out I have to drive. But we still want to keep doing that. It's fun. And then Ralph and I are going to do some jamming too. We're going to do some jamming at his house. There's a lot going on. It's just a matter of getting things lined up, matter of getting it lined up. But thank you, Blake. That's nice. Rody, what's up, Rody? Here in the KC area, new construction started underground years ago. Saves money in the long run. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. Let's see. William De Silva, he said he's doing good. Oh, that's good, man. Oh, that's good, man. Good deal. Blake says we should try and put you on a U.S. tour of guitar shops. Oh, that would be cool, man. But then you got that would be cool in if I had a lot of money and didn't have to worry about work, that'd be nice. You know, that would be really cool. That's something Ralph and I have talked about. I said, wouldn't it be cool, man, to be able to to just go wherever we wanted to do guitar shop reviews. I mean, go to different cities and little towns, and you know, that would be nice. It'd be really nice. It'd be cool. I'd enjoy it, and I know Ralph would too. But yeah, man. So whenever whenever the power gets turned back on, I get everything the house back up to temp. I'm gonna have to probably tune these guitars because I know that cold air always messes with the tuning. It don't matter. It'll get warm in this room, and the tuning will be kind of funny. You'll get it tuned up, and then a couple minutes later, it'll be. Uh, I'm like, I need to put some new strings on them too. They need some. I know the Frank. I know it's backwards. I know the Frankenstein. It needs some new strings. That I can't. The tuning on that wants to be stingy, but that's just how it is when at this time of year. That's just how it is. You know. Let's see. 70 is the new 50. Oh, that's good to hear. I well, I'm 55, so what does that make me? Is that what 40, 30? I don't know, man. I don't. I'm 55. I don't feel 55. Well, some parts of me do, and I can see it in my face, man. See this right here starting to do that. I call it the old man turkey neck or chicken neck or whatever the hell they call it. I start to get that, and I'm like, oh my god. And what are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? It's time, you know. Let's see. Oops, I missed. Oh, come on, man. What's wrong with this thing? Blake says, when you're ready, let's try and raise money. Oh no, man, no. You don't have to do that. I'm not one of those channels, man, that does that. I don't ask for money. I don't do none of that. I appreciate it. That's very nice, but no, I'm not doing that, man. And the reason I say that is when you start doing, I've seen channels do that, and that's their business. The thing that gets me, I'm going to tell you, I'll be honest with you. We're talking face to face here. There's some channels I used to watch years ago that I had my own reasons for unsubbing, and but the thing that gets me, some of the channels will say, hey, if you look at my description, I have an Amazon wish list there if you want to send me something. I'm like, what? You know, and or hey, they'd be live like this. Hey, we could really use your donations right now. I'm like, nah, man, that ain't how you do it. You know, that's not that's not how it works. And I just never believed in that. I'm like, you know, I don't believe in that. I think that I think that you should just handle your own stuff and not ask for money. I don't think. Now, if you want to have merchandise and memberships, whatever, that's different. That's people see it down there. We have that here. But if people want to do that, they can do that. It doesn't, you know, it's no big deal. I remember one time there was this channel I was watching, man. There was this, what was his name, man? Oh God, I swear I cannot remember his name right now. Excellent guitar player. Excellent guitar player. And I used to watch him all the time because he would teach you how to play certain Van Halen songs, and he could play them. He could play them. And I used to follow him. And I remember his name now. Let's see. I think he moved out of the country though. I think. I don't know. I haven't kept up with him in a long time. But I remember what really ticked me off, man, was he was live one time, like this right here. And I said, oh man, I enjoy his channel. So I super chatted him $20. And that's high as I ever go if I super chat anybody. I don't do nothing no more than that because I'm not made of money either. And I got bills to pay and I got a family. But once in a while, I'll super chat a channel $20 if I enjoy their content. It's not something I do a lot, but it's my way of contributing. He wasn't asking for nothing at the time in this moment. So I super chatted him $20 and I put a comment in there. Hey man, I enjoy your channel. You know what this idiot said? He looked at the screen and goes, hell man, if you're gonna do that, man, super chat my ass like $50 or $70, man. And I thought, I know he didn't just say that. So I said, well, there's $20 I just kissed goodbye. And man, I immediately got off his stream and unsubbed from his channel. And then there was another channel I used to watch. He wasn't a guitar channel. He was a vlogger. And what was his name? Jordan the Lion. That was that dude's name. I used to watch different channels back in that. Jordan the Lion was his name. Nice guy. I'm not saying nothing bad about him as a person. I don't know him as a person. But I remember he was live one time, and I got to where I was watching his stuff. And he was doing a live stream. I don't know if he was I don't know where he was at. I don't know if it was in his house or what. And I super chatted him $20. And then the lady underneath me super chatted $50. Well, when he saw that, he shouted her name out and was like, oh, thank you, Kathy, so much. You are so awesome. And he didn't say jack squat about my donation at all. And I said, oh, I see. Okay. So, I unsubbed from him. I never watched him again. And, oh, that guitar player, Doug effing Steele. That was his name. Yeah, he could play. But when he said that about that donation, I was shocked, man. I was like, dang, really? But so that's why I don't when you start getting money involved when asking for donations and stuff, it gets nasty. Not that they were asking for donation, but I've seen other channels do that and do like a fundraiser and all this stuff, and it just went south. It went south. So that's why when we do trivia on the show, we just do it for fun. We don't do no prizes, no money, nothing. We're not doing that because people change, man. When you start having prizes involved, and if you don't see the person that said it first, and we're using technology here, it's not always going to be accurate. And this person said, well, I said the right answer first, and it was this person down here, or vice versa. It causes a big stink, and it's just like, well, I guess we got to stop doing this segment because not everybody, but some people, they get a little out of sorts. And I'm like, hey guys, y'all know this is a game, right? It was for fun. But yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff on YouTube with other channels, and I unsubbed and left, so I don't do no fundraiser stuff. I just don't do it. But let's see. Everybody's talking to everybody else. Let's see. Blake, 61 and getting first knee replacement, February 27th. Oh my gosh, man. God bless you and good luck with that. That is not, oh man, that's horrible. I mean, oof. Let's see here. Let me see. Great point, Blake says. Rody, haven't set up a stream yet. I don't know. Okay. All right. Let's see. I think they're having their own little conversation, which is great. Bozique says, like I said, one guy I used to watch who shall remain anonymous. Well, that's fine. Used to go to the guitar shops and pretty much hint to fans to buy it for him. Some people here know who I know you talking about. Yeah. Does he wear a hat and glasses? I know you're talking about. Yeah. I used to always wonder myself, and I was always kind of like, man, does this guy have a job, man? But I don't know. I guess some people are rock stars in their own mind, I guess, and that's just how they live. I try to live in the real world, man, But, hey, to each their own, right? William says, I know you're talking about Bozique. Yeah. William De Silva, people don't understand that when they post in the chat, it's instant in their feed. It takes up to 30 seconds in everyone else's feed. Yeah, it's different. for everybody's computer and device, and it's going through the internet, so there's a delay there. Yeah, there is. Oh, I'm right, Bozique? Okay. Yeah, I'm not slandering anybody, but yeah, I used to watch that person for a long time, and he was always cool to me. And then there was one other channel that I used to watch, um, and I was just, that other channel. Those guys were nice to me, uh, and they were giving me some knowledge about some equipment that really helped me out. And um, and somehow or another, it got back to the person that wears the hat and the glasses. And that guy sent me a private message through Facebook Messenger saying, "Man, you shouldn't be associating with those guys." And I thought, "Are you serious, man? Are we in high school or junior high school? What is going on here?" And he said, "You shouldn't be associating with them, man. They're prejudiced, they're racist, and all this." And I said, "Oh my God! See, that's why it's ridiculous." I'm like, "Really, dude? You want to start drama? I mean, why don't you just keep your mouth shut, stay on your side of the fence, run your little channel, do whatever you want to do. You want people to send you this, send you that. That's fine. That's your business. And these people over here, do what you got to do." That's why I stay out of all that stuff, man. And that's a lot of the reason why I unsub from all those channels. And it don't matter if it's guitar, if it's fishing, if it's hot rods, if it's camping. There's always going to be some drama somewhere. So you just have to kind of bob and weave through stuff, and just be careful who you talk to. Man, I could not tell you the amount of people that in the past that I was overly friendly with, and because that's just my nature. And then and then stuff would backfire on me, or something crazy would go down. So I would block them. I block them. Boom, done. Because I'm not gonna play that game, man. I'm a grown ass man, 55 years old. I don't care if you don't like this person or these two people, two channels. Don't I'm in the middle. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not doing that. All I'm trying to do is have fun and play some music and try to build a channel. That's all I'm concerned about. I don't care if they like so and so don't like them or whatever. I'm not being a part of that, man. I got to rise above that. And that's just ridiculous. So I've seen a lot of crazy stuff during my years on here, and it's not, I'm not putting the people down. It's just things that I've seen, and I was kind of like, wow, that's odd. Whatever, man, whatever. But the guy that I talked about with the hat and glasses that said, "Don't talk to this channel," and I sent him a message back. I said, "Hey, look, man, I don't know about all that. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to have a good time." You know what that guy did? He cut me off. He said, "Okay, cool." And that's fine. That's fine. Didn't bother me none. That's okay. That's all right. Because like my father always told me, things always come back around sooner or later. The people that are good and are honest and true, it's always tougher to get to the goal. But when we do, it'll be well worth it. It'll be well worth it. Let's see. William De Silva, hat and glasses, and met everyone at net. Yeah, that's his little claim to fame. Like I said, it's that click. It's that click that people get, and that's fine. I'm not, hell, I've never been to NAMM. I can't say nothing. But even if I could, do I want to go? No, not really. It just doesn't interest me. I think it's cool seeing all the new gear coming out. I think that's nice, and it's interesting. But some people go just to inflate their egos, their YouTube egos, and that's and if it works for them, man, that's fantastic. More power to them. I work for a living, man. I got a family I got to support. I'm trying to do what I got to do as a man and make money and pay bills. I'm not worried about doing some of that other nonsense. All right. I need to get off that soapbox. But anyway, you get it. Y'all understand, you know. Bozy, yes, laughing out loud at William De Silva. Yes. Art G, excuse me, I'm sorry. Art G, Joe, you always share your knowledge. That's the best giveaway. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's very kind. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know. Yeah, I know, man. I understand. Bozique, now I want to know who else they were trying to throw under the bus besides his former partners who now use that name. I heard about that. I didn't know that it happened at the time because I'd already left that channel, his channel, and I didn't know all that stuff had hit the fan. I didn't know because I just separated myself from all that stuff. And some people love to tune into that and watch. Oh, let's see what who's gonna talk smack now. I don't care about that, man. You know, I'm like, whatever, man. Pick up your guitar and play something. Can you play worth a damn? If you can, great. That's what a lot of these channels will do, man. They have all this stuff and they talk about we're going to NAMM, we're going to this. And that one channel, I said, man, I've never seen this guy play anything. I've seen him talk a big game. He's met this person. He's met that person. He's done this. He's done that. He went on this little mini tour and all this and that. And I said, but I've never seen him play a damn note. And then finally, he went to play. And I said, okay. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion, and that's just it, you know. Let's see. Blake says, in life, you never know what form of jealousy people will come in. Yeah, you never know, man. I've been shocked by a lot of people on YouTube, and that's fine. That's okay. You know, Mickey Settlemeyer. Hey, man, how you doing? Thank you. We're doing this live from my phone. We don't have any power. I got a generator running outside and my T-Mobile modem right there. So we have internet, so I'm able to do this, thankfully. And I apologize that the image is mirrored. I've had people actually bring that up in comments, man. You know, and I'm like, well, that's YouTube. That's not me. That's when you go live on your phone and you're using the front-facing camera, which I have to do so I can see myself and see the chat. The image is mirrored or reversed. I don't know why YouTube won't fix that, man. Shouldn't be a big deal to fix, but who knows, man. Rody says, Mutual Admiration Society. Yeah, Wolf Boy says, amen, brother, yeah. Let's see. Dogpa, you went to NAMM in the late 70s? Yeah. William DeSille, most relatable guy in this community. You are, Joe. Oh, my God. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Easy guy to enjoy hanging. Well, thank you, man. That's nice. I'm not, you don't have, that's nice, man. I appreciate that. Jamal, what's up, Jamal? How you doing, brother, man? How are you doing? It's good to see you, man. I hadn't seen you in a long time. It's good to see you, man. Remember the Tonewood Wars? Funny watching grown adults act like children. Yeah. Oh, yes. I remember that very well. And I thought to myself, what is wrong with everybody? And it's just a shame. It's a shame. It is a shame. Jamal, sorry to hear your power is out. Hope you and the family are doing well. We're hanging in there, brother. It's cold in this house. I came into the music room and I got this power bank or whatever you call it hooked up to my phone, so my phone doesn't go dead no time soon. And we got a generator that's half-ass working outside that I've been dealing with all night long. And so far it's running. And we got an electric fireplace out in the front of the house where my my mom and my wife are watching Netflix right now, bundled up with blankets. I got 2 hoodies on, and I have enough fuel to fill that generator up one more time. And the generator runs about 11 or 12 hours on a full tank of gas. And I filled it up at 7 o'clock this morning. And then I went back to bed 'cause I didn't sleep worth a crap last night. And slept from 12 to about 12. Slept from 7 to about 12:30 and got up. And went out there and checked the generator. It was like half a tank, or roughly. I said, okay. And I was going to leave and go get fuel. My wife said, no, they're supposed to have the power on this afternoon. I hope. I can only hope. But it's a ice skating rink out here, man. Thank you, Jamal. That's really nice. Yes, the guitars on the wall look lefty with the mirror effect on YouTube. Yeah, it looks weird. I know it looks totally weird. Yeah, and I know that's annoying. I'm sorry. I wish I could fix it, because when I see people, their image is mirrored, I say, well, they're live, you know. Jamal says, I've been lurking, just missing the live streams. Oh, okay, cool, man, cool. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I think before I came on here, I think it says like 34 degrees or something, and I look out and I can see you can just see where the ice is melted on our street, and then you got the main road right here, but our street where the water is just running down like this, you know. Well, shoot, man, when it gets freezing, guess what? That's going to be another ice skating rink all over again. So work reached out to me not long after I woke up and asked if I was coming in. I said, no, because you can drive right now, maybe. I don't know about the bridges. Like I said, I got 2 ways I can get out of here, or 2 ways I can leave the house, but each direction involves a bridge. And I just, I'm like, oh my God. So it was 34 degrees. The roads might be all right, but those bridges might be iced up once you hit them bridges, man. And I've told you that story. When I about had a wreck 8 years ago, whatever, right here at the house on that bridge, that was horrible, man. Scared me to death. Yes, the guitar wall looks lefty, yeah. Mosaic, I enjoy watching that great tone wood debate back in 2011 until some of the YouTube fans started, stalking the opposing YouTubers' family members, and the police got called. Are you serious, man? That's see, man, that is not good. There's no way it should get to that point. There is no way. That is ridiculous. AJ Brown, hey man, how you doing? He goes, I'm sorry to hear about the lack of power. My friends in Charlotte are without power as well. Yes, Charlotte from here is about, excuse me, is about, 2.5 hours away. Pardon me while I mute this mic for a second. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, Charlotte's about 2.5 hours away here. Thank you, Mr. Brown. That's really nice. Teacher of the Year out of Texas, 2025. Yeah. To all the government officials, give teachers a raise along with police and firefighters, military. They all deserve a lot more money. Mr. Blake Lomba, Joe, we know you can play. We've seen you. Oh, man. I appreciate that. I'm not on the level I should be. And I don't mean that in any ill kind of way. It's just I would see other channels get on here and they would kind of they would put themselves on a pedestal. They would do it all and talk about this and that and what all they've done, and I'm like, okay, I can see that, but you do have a guitar channel, man. Are you going to play anything, or are you just going to talk and hide behind that the whole time? And some people could play excellent, I mean, play very well. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about. And it's just the other people I would see years ago that it's a lot of smoke and mirrors. And I'm like, man, why do you want to put up a bunch of smoke and mirrors, man? Just be honest. Be yourself. Don't try to make yourself out to be something you're not. That just, my dad always told me, man, don't ever be a showboat, because there's always somebody that's going to be better than you are. And there damn sure is, especially on here. I've seen it. I've seen 8-year-old kids that can kick my ass, in guitar playing and stuff. And I'm like, wow. I mean, to the point where I get like, I don't even want to watch them because they're so good. They are so good. And I'm like, God almighty. I mean, how did that 8 or 10-year-old child get to be that good? I mean, dang. So, but that's great, man. That's great. But it's just, it's the world we live in now, Let's see. Strange Hawk, you are absolutely correct. Getting ready to get your comment next. AJ Brown, that's great that work gave you the choice. Well, they didn't give me a choice. They asked me if I was coming in. They didn't say you can or you can't. But I told them I wasn't, because it's just too dangerous, and as a professional driver, you do have that choice. So I guess you're right. But they didn't ask me, hey, you don't have to come in here if you don't want to. They didn't ask me that. They said, hey, you coming in? I said, no. And they just sent back that thumbs up emoji. They didn't say, okay, no problem, we understand. They just went, don't you hate that? When you text somebody something, you take time to do a message, and this and they come back with that, oh man. Or okay. They don't put okay, they put okay. That used to be the thing years ago. Okay. And I was like, man, I know you didn't just do that. Lazy responses. Well, okay, Strange Hawk. Today is Eddie Van Halen's birthday. It is, isn't it? Isn't that something? Yes, it is. I saw that on Facebook. When I got up, I perused Facebook for a second just to see what things are going on, And yeah, today he would have been what, 71 or 70? Let's see. He'd be 71, I think, today. I think. Y'all let me know. He was 65 when he passed. Let's see. Okay. Brian Long, hello. Lurking these channels since the mid-2000s, and some of the content, especially the live shows, were just not guitar music based, more ego driven. There you go. Thank you, Brian. You hit the nail on the head, sir. That's exactly what I'm getting at. Thank you for saying it. Bozique, it was nuts. Some of the YouTubers then called a truce because they were going at each other so bad, and they were, wow, that's crazy. That is insane. It's guitar, man. It's supposed to be fun. Who cares if somebody likes something different than I do? Okay. We don't have to agree, but we can disagree as adults. And, somebody looks at these guitars and they say, I don't like those guitars. I play Fender Strats or a Jaguar only. Okay. That's fine. Good for you, man. That's what you like. I can accept that. I'm a grown ass man where I can say, okay, cool. But some people, they can't. If you don't agree with what they want, and you don't, this is the way it's going to be. I'm like, nah, dude. No, come on. You need to grow up. That's not how things go, man. You're living in a fantasy world. But let's see. Okay. Jamal, it got crazy with those Tonewood debates. While it was informative, people took things way too seriously and personal. Yeah, that's insane. That is insane. Bozique, speaking of playing, what I like about Joe is his ability to play all those covers very well. I know a lot of the famous intros and riffs, but that's about it. Mostly I'm playing licks and power chord riffs. Thank you, Bozique. It's just, man, it just come from just working on these songs over and over. That's all. I would come in here and, I mean, it's nothing special. My playing is nothing special. It's just mediocre at best. And I can accept that. And I'm fine with that. Randy's Guitar Channel. Hey, man. He goes, how's Ralph holding up? Last I heard from him, he's doing okay. He's got his generator up and running. And I think they're getting through it okay. Yes. Thumbs up and K are not good responses. Means your text was not what they wanted to hear. Yeah, either that or they're just too lazy to respond. You know, like you're bothering them or something. You know, I'm like, all right, I remember that. Next time you message me, yeah, I just won't respond, and I've done that too. Strange Hawk, with the weather, I didn't realize what day it was. Born in 1955. Yeah, man. Let's see. Art, the worst text back is whatever. Whatever. That's bad. That's cold, man. That's cold. Yeah. That's cold. The dog puff. For me, a thumbs up emoji means I don't type with my thumbs. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Bozique, for that. Yeah, I started getting some cover songs down on this mixer, and I would come in here and I would try to learn the songs, and if I couldn't figure them out, I would go to Guitars 365. Carl Brown, you familiar with? And sometimes Marty's music too. I like Marty's music. He's great. He just I think Carl Brown is more in depth. He dissects the song more. He's got different camera angles, and excuse me, and it's still difficult for me to watch somebody on YouTube trying to teach you something, because it's still, you're like, okay, what fret is he on now? You know, because you're looking. I don't know, man. I guess if somebody's sitting in front of you, for me, they can kind of, or if they're sitting beside you, you can look and say, oh, you're right there. You know, it's just kind of, to me, it's kind of backwards. But anyway, so if I'd get some song, I would start with I started with 3 songs. I started with 3 songs, and I said, well, I'm going to learn these 3 songs front to back, and when I feel comfortable, I'll add a few more. And it took time. You know, it's not something that happened, and I can play these songs okay. They're all right. You know, they're bar band level. You know, they're okay. There's no way I could be in a tribute band or nothing like that. I'm not on that level, and I know that. But my goal coming up as a musician / guitar player was I wanted to be on a great bar band level, because to me, seeing a great bar band is, and I've seen plenty of them in my time, is a great experience. And it's a very intimate experience. And I've seen some great bar bands, man. I was like, dang, I want to do that. You know, now, of course, if you you jump ahead to the big arenas, now come on, that's great, but come on, is that going to happen? Nah, it's not going to happen for me. You know, so I just wanted to try to get on that level where it was like, okay, people recognize this song. I can half-ass do the solo as long as I hit some of the highlights. And some people also, talking about people taking stuff really serious on YouTube, some people, guitar players especially, if they watch you play and they say, oh, you didn't play that right. You didn't play that note for, yeah, I know that, man. I don't need you to point that out to me. I know I'm doing the best I can. I just started to learn these things, and this is the best I can do. My finger, you know how Eddie would always do that wide spread, man? He's famous for that really wide spread he'd always do. I can't do that, you know, so I would tap it. And is it exactly like what he's doing? No, it's not. Is it in the ballpark? Yeah. But I've seen people on YouTube do like the Ice Cream Man solo off Van Halen 1. I saw this one guy do it, and it sounded so good. And then when it got to that big stretch up here, you know what he did? He tapped it. It sounded great. I was like, why is that against the rules with some people? Why is that people lose their crap? You know, I'm like, dude, it's supposed to be fun, you know? You don't have to dissect everything somebody does. I don't do that. I'm like, hey, the guy played it his way. Sounds great to me. But then when you start writing your own songs, that's a different thing altogether. Now you're in control of where the solo is, what type of solo, the structure of the song. It's a whole different. It's a horse of a different color. Playing cover songs is fun, and it's helped me to learn how to write my own songs. And before I got into what I'm doing now with the Suno, and all that stuff, which is great. A lot of people don't like that. Again, that's their opinion. That's fine. I have a ball with it. I have a blast. It just opened a whole nother creative door for me. So I enjoy it. Let me look at this chat here really quick. We got plenty of time. We got nothing but time today, so I don't have to run out and jump into a truck or nothing like that. Scott from New York. Good afternoon, Joe. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Bozique, I like Marty's music too. Seems like a nice guy and explains things well. He does. Very nice guy, yeah. Excuse me. Scott, I hope you're staying warm and safe, Joe. Safe? Yeah. Warm? We're trying. I'm back here in the music room, and there's no heat whatsoever. The power's out, and I got a generator running, and the electric fireplace in the living room is running with my mother and my wife out there bundled up. And I told her I was going to go live because why not? Just explain to people what's going on. Yes, if you haven't hit that thumbs up, please hit the thumbs up, please, 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 if you don't mind. I really appreciate it. And I know this is this stream is a little different. The title is different from what I usually do. The thumbnail is different, but I just felt that it was a good topic to talk about because that's what's going on right now in this area and in this moment in my life. And certain things I don't mind sharing on here about my life. And the video I did that I released yesterday before the storm, I guess people liked it. I thought it was something different. I used to do stuff like that all the time years ago, and I quit doing that because it seemed like it just didn't get a good reception. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all want to see more videos like that? It takes a lot more time for me to do that, but I don't know. I don't know if people liked it or not. It's it is what it is. Time surfing alien. I can't play worth a crap, but I know my intervals and all the notes on the neck. I tell people I don't play guitar, but I practice guitar. Yeah, there you go. If you know all the places on the neck, to me, I highly respect that because my son knows all that stuff. He knows his theory, and he tries to tell me that, and I'm like a little school kid. I'm like, I don't want it. I don't care about that. I just want to play. But what he's telling me makes sense. The DALPA, my goal has always been is to sound original, never like anyone else, like Eddie felt. Yeah, that's right. Be you. There's nothing wrong with ripping off some licks and riffs from other guitarists. That's what we do. But playing note for note like somebody and doing that all the time, that does not impress me. Like some of these big YouTubers, man, that you see. I'm not going to mention their names because there might be some fans of them channels here. And these guys, they got big channels, but all they do is they play Van Halen stuff all day long from what I see. Can they play it? Yes. Do they play it note for note? Yes. But that stuff's been done already. It's been done to death. Play a Van Halen song here and there and then play some other songs. Maybe they do that. I don't watch that stuff, but I've used to years ago, and I'm like, okay, dude, okay, you can, I could do another analogy, but it'd probably get blocked on this channel. But anyway, let's see. Let me go right here. Let's see. Blake Lomba, Joe, where do you go if you want to see live rock here in Greenville County? Oh, that's a great question, man. I don't know these days. I haven't went nowhere in so long. I'm sorry, Blake. I can't help you with that, sir. It's been so many years since I've done that, and everything has changed since. because with my job, I work nights, and that is taking that has taken any free time that I would have, except for a freak thing like this right here, But there's places around. I think, well, one place my son goes to now. I don't know if it's like to see like local bands and stuff, but I know my son would always go to the Orange Pill. I think that's in Asheville to see some great acts and stuff. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with that or if you even want to do that. I don't know, but that's the one place that comes to my mind. Um, Mr. Blake, that's Jamal. Hey, Jamal, don't sell yourself short, Joe. What you consider mediocre playing, some people, myself included, think you play amazingly well. Oh my God, thank you, man. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. There's Ralph right there. What's up, brother? There's the guitar player from our two-man band. What's up, man? How you doing? Dude, I don't know if you had just joined in, but it's been one heck of a night here. Still don't have no power, man. It's just crazy. I'll send you an audio message in a little bit and let you know all the juicy details, as they say. AJ Brown, YouTube, the only place where a thumbs up is an appropriate response. That's a great way to look at it. Thank you, AJ. Yes, AJ Brown. That is true. Very true. Yes, thumbs up, please. Yes, that would help so much. Don't cost you a cent, man, to hit that thumbs up button. Scott from New York. I love the background of all your guitars. Look like the like lefties. Yeah, that's perfect for you, ain't it, Scott? Because you are a lefty, man. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's a great way to look at it. Mr. William De Silva, once you start to learn theory and grasp it, the knowledge grows exponentially. Everything starts to make sense. Yes, that's what my son said. He said the same thing. He goes, "Oh, the light bulb went off." And I was like, damn, my light bulb has never went off. It's probably busted. But my son took the time to learn it. I got to give him that. He's always done that. He sat down and was patient and took the time to learn everything to do with his guitar playing. And I've always been very proud of him. I was like, damn, there's some things he taught me, man. You know that little riff in that Kansas song, "Carry On My Wayward Son," where it has that breakdown? It goes boom, ticka 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 dun boom, dum dum dum, boom, ticka 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 dun boom, boom, boom. My son taught me that. This used to be his room when he lived here many, many years ago, and he was sitting on his bed in here, and he was just jamming, messing around, riffing, and he played that. I heard it from the other room. I came in here. I said, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." I said, "Do that again." And he played it. And he's looked at me like, "Oh, what's the big deal?" I said, "No, play that again." And he did it. I said, "Teach me that." And he said, "It's easy, Dad. It's just pull off some hammer-ons using open strings." And I said, "It is?" Because when I first heard it all those years ago, it sounded like a lot more was going on. And he taught me that. And I was like, damn, that just sounds so cool. It just sounds really cool. But he taught me that. Yes. Okay. Scott from New York. I play out in a band, and I barely ever play anything note for note. Yeah, that's it's all about having fun, man. Time surfing alien. I don't learn songs per se. I learn techniques. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Mr. Bill Trainer. Hey, man, how are you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. The guitar solo in Two Tickets to Paradise, I pretty much play spot on. That is a great song, and I love that song. I need to put it back on the list here. I used to play that song all the time. And I would put some of the notes of that song in there, and then I would add my own little kind of thing. And I love that song. I love Eddie Money. Eddie Money was one of my favorite musicians, man. I always loved Eddie Money. He always had that feel-good music, man. I'd hear his stuff and then be driving in the car or whatever with back in the day with your girlfriend or whatever, and that song would come on and be like, man, it just makes you feel good. Journey always did that for me too. Journey, Van Halen, of course. I mean, just all kinds. I could go on and on and on. Prince had some great songs that made me feel like that. And Let's see. Time Surfing Alien. I have a music theory cheat sheet poster that I've learned a lot from. Yeah, hey, like I say, there ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Whatever helps you learn, whatever technique or however you need to learn. Like I said, I go to Guitar 365 Carl Brown on YouTube. I refer to his channel a lot when I'm trying to learn songs because it helps. It has helped me a lot. And sometimes the way they show you to play it, um, I won't do that. I'll do it a different way, but it works for me, and it's cool, you know. Blake Lamba, I don't play guitar. I make guitar noises. Hey man, if you're having fun, there you go. Scott says, "Hey Ralph." All right. Scott from New York. I never really learned scales or theory or anything like that. I've always learned songs and taking everything that I like to play from others and makes my playing who I am. Yes. Yeah, you're making your own style. That's right, man. That's right. Art G. I learned a lot from one of those posters too. Yes, yes. I had that. I used to have that back in the day. And I like so many different styles of music. This is Scott from New York now. Um, Blues rock, classic rock, hard rock, instrumental rock, like Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, and it really helps you when you play all that kind of stuff. Yes. Blake Lamba, my wife says I sound the best when she's not home. Oh man. Oh man. Come on now. Come on now. It can't be that bad. Uh, Scott, I consider my guitar playing as old school rock. Yeah, that's great, man. I love that stuff as well. Scott says I went to see Eddie Money 10 miles from me at the I don't know what that at that casino a few years ago, and he did a show on a Friday night, and I was waiting to get in, and he was standing right there 10 feet from me. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Uh, I didn't want to intrude because he was talking to other people. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, I know that had to be hard. He's right there, and you're like, oh man, it's Eddie Money, you know. But they're just normal people like us, man. Just normal people. But uh, Blake says, always learn a Kiss song to feel good about your playing. Nothing wrong with that. No, I don't know many. I just know one Kiss song. It's Cold Gin. That's the only Kiss song I play. Cause why is that? Cause it's fun, it's easy, and it's just again, it's a feel good song. It's a badass song. I love that song. And you know something, my son brought this to my attention. This was a couple of years ago. He said, "You notice a lot of Motley Crue songs are in like A, A, G, and D. That's it." And I said, "No, I never really played that many Motley Crue songs because they're tuned down a whole step." So I got that drop pedal from was it Digitech? Yes, I got the drop pedal from Digitech, and then I started playing some Motley Crue songs, and I said, "Yep, I see what you're saying now." But yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Um, Scott from New York. When I first started playing guitar, I used to get Guitar for the Practicing Musician, the magazine, and I ended up learning a lot of those songs through there, and ended up learning how to read guitar tab. Yeah, guitar tablature is great. It's absolutely phenomenal. Yes, it is great, man. I remember all those all those long nights and stuff. I would try to learn songs, but with the advancement of technology, like I said with YouTube, I haven't looked at tablature in forever. Y'all probably haven't either, but I just it's so much easier to look at somebody making a video uh, teaching you that way. And it still takes patience, but yeah, it's great, man. But yeah, I just love playing these songs. I try to swap them or switch them out rather from time to time, so I don't want the audience to hear the same songs all the time. And plus, I don't want to play the same set all the time, so I try to swap things around. And then uh, I won't play like let's say I go live Saturday or whenever. Ralph and I do our show. I'll play 2 or 3 songs, and then the next Saturday I'll play 2 or 3 different songs, and then sometimes I'll do a live stream on here. Well, it's just guitar playing just by itself, just guitar playing. I need to do another one of those. I think some people enjoy that. It amazes me though how when we get to that part of the podcast, of the music section of the podcast, how the viewership goes from here and it goes way down, and I'm like, it's like, where are y'all going, man? what is going on there? It's just this is a guitar channel, so there's going to be some guitar playing involved, and I don't know, why that is. It always blew my mind. I was like, oh well, but the people that care about this channel, and they really give a rip. They stick around, and that's really good. I've always been very appreciative of the people who have been here. There's some people that stuck with this channel for a long time, and I've been very thankful for that, and this channel has went in many different directions over time, many different, just all kind of stuff, and I guess I'm still trying to find my way. Maybe that's why this channel struggles the way that it does. And then maybe, here's another theory, maybe it's because I can't put the time into this channel like I want because of the way I work. They're just all kind of different theories, I guess, ways you could look at it. I don't know. But yeah, it's fun. I love making content, man. I love making content. Time Surfing Alien. I did learn Dust in the Wind and Weird Fishes for finger picking practice. Dust in the Wind, I never could play that. Yeah, that finger picking stuff, I could not do that. Did you see where Phil X and Billy Sheenan and the drummer were playing at the NAMM show? No, I did not see that. Like I said, I don't tune into no NAMM content. It doesn't interest me at all. I did not see that, sir. Time Surfing. You're just too darn loud. Sorry, guys. You're just too darn loud. Yeah. Famous line from Huey Lewis, I believe. Huey Lewis said that. Yeah. I remember when I saw that when the movie came out, I was like, that's Huey Lewis. And I want to say the guy sitting to his right was one of his guitar players, I think. I think that was him. I watched Carl Brown 365 as well, Joe. He's great. He's great, man. I think he's originally from the Carolinas. Let's see, Bo Zeke, and because you're not asking for free guitars like other channels. No, man, I'm not, no, I don't do that, man. If I want something, that's what I got a job for. Wolf Boy just became a member. Thank you very much, man. Thank you so much for becoming a member, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Like I said, that's there if people want to do it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That is very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I need to do another members only video. I thought about that earlier as well. And I will, because I'm not working tonight, so I can make a members only video tonight. And do y'all want members only? Do y'all want just a pre-recorded video or a live stream? I don't know. I don't know what people want. I can do either or. William De Silva, speaking of Huey Lewis, Chris Hayes, his guitar player, lives in my town of Springfield. Am I saying that right? Springfield, Oregon. I'm loving to spot him, maybe looking to spot him in the wild so I can fangirl out. He's an amazing guitar player. Yeah. Looking to spot him. Yes. Yeah, William De Silva. Yeah, I saw that interview that, is it Mason Mangella? Is that his name? I don't know if I have his name right. The pedal guy that has oh my God, does some great pedal boards. I think he interviewed him. What's his name? Huey Lewis' guitar player. Let's see. Chris Hayes. Yes. Yes, yeah, and I saw that interview, and I was like, that's Chris Hayes. I mean, just looking at him now, I keep having to tell myself, dude, it's like 35 years has went by. It's not 1987 anymore. Or longer than that. So uh, time and poor Huey Lewis, man, he's what I think he's like pretty much deaf in both ears or something. He can't sing anymore. And I always loved Huey Lewis too. He had some great songs, man. His voice was incredible, and he lost his hearing pretty much, I believe, unless something has changed. But yeah, I saw that interview with him, and I want to say, if I remember correctly, I think he turned his life to the Lord. I believe. I think that's what he did. That's whatever people want to do. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't, but um, the only thing that would get me now, but this is a sign of a great guitarist. The only thing that would get me is when Mason was wanting him to play some of those classic Huey Lewis songs. He played them, but he played everything with a clean tone. And I was like, man, turn on some overdrive, man. Let's hear you do some solo. He wouldn't do it. He just kept doing kring, kring, kring. I was like, oh man, that was a bummer. I was wanting him to just rip it one time, just for old time's sake, for us fans that remember that stuff from back in the day. But he was playing everything clean. And I was like, oh, come on, man. I know good and well you can rip on that thing, but something tells me he probably don't play guitar like he used to. I don't guess. I don't know, but the vibe I got from that interview, he just doesn't. He doesn't do it. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know the man personally, but I just kind of felt something tells me he don't play like he's not into it like he used to be. I don't know. Let's see. He's underrated. Yes, Mason Manjo. Yeah, that guy's cool, man. I like to hear him talk, man. The way he talks and presents his information on a video, it's professionalism. It is all get out, man, and that attracts me as a viewer. I'm like, oh, that's awesome, man. Because now I'm sure those boards that they build, if you want, that's pricey. You know, my boards are sloppy, man. They got cables everywhere, but it works. But those pedal boards he makes, man, he's incredible. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Wolf Boy says, "Do whatever trips your trigger." Yeah, exactly right, man. Whatever floats your boats, my dad would always say. Whatever makes you happy, man. That is that's what it's all about, and that's why I play guitar still. December, let's see, Christmas Eve of this year when we get there again, will mark my 40th anniversary of playing guitar. I can't believe that. That's crazy. 40 years. Man, that is insane. So that'll be a big to do when that comes around. If I'm still here, nothing happens. I was playing the Trooper the other day. I saw that when you sent me that video, man. Good job. That was awesome. Scott was getting down. AJ Brown, yes, Huey Lewis and the News wrote some of the best songs of the 80s. They did. They did, man. Uh, some great songs. I love Huey Lewis and the News. I'd really like to get one of Marty Schwartz's signature Epiphones. I didn't know he had signature Epiphones out. But see that's cool that he would go the Epiphone route. So it makes it affordable for average working people like me. If I wanted to do that, you know. Well, if you don't get a Gibson, you ain't worth a damn. I'm like, man, come on, dude. God, does it really matter? I mean, does buying a Gibson make you now you're a virtuoso all of a sudden? No, it doesn't. It's just bragging rights is all that is. And if that's like Wolf Boy said, whatever trips your trigger, man. But I mean, this is one extreme to the other. Just look at this wall. I know it's backwards. You got an EVH, you got an LTD, you got a Schecter, and you got a Firefly. You know what all these have in common? They're all just guitars, man. I can pick any one of these guitars off this wall and play it. It's going to play the same as this one or this one or this one. It's the same thing. It's all right here and right here. That's where it's at. In my opinion, I got to throw that out there because, some people get upset. But that's just how it is. But I didn't know Marty Schwartz had a signature phone. That's great. He seems like a really nice guy. When we get older, our music influences get older, and the music is timeless, Blake says. That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. That's why I'm stuck. I'll forever be stuck in the 80s, man. Classic rock as well. 80s rock, 80s hair metal. Some people don't like that term, but that's what I say. And I never was a big grunge guy. There's maybe 2 songs I like from that era. Other than that, I don't care for none of it. Just never did. Just never did. It just wasn't my thing. Let's see. Scott from South Carolina. We just got rain near Florence. Really? Man, y'all got lucky. So Myrtle Beach is probably okay, but I can't get out of here. I'll probably go to work tomorrow, but definitely not tonight. Chris Hayes came from a jazz background, Art G says. Oh, I didn't know that. Scott from South Carolina, working for a living, Huey Lewis. It's a great song. Yes, it's a great song. Scott from New York, I like the video of you doing Heart and Soul from Huey Lewis and the News, Joe. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I don't know if I'm playing that right, but it sounds close enough to me. That's my favorite. That's my favorite, one of my favorite songs. I like that, and I Want a New Drug. I Want a New Drug is my top favorite Huey Lewis song. I love that song. Thank you, Scott. That's really kind. The dog puss. Silly factory guitars. Get a custom-made guitar. Well, there you go. There's your opinion, and I respect it. Time surfing alien. In the age of CNC, no reason for me to buy a Gibson. Things are different nowadays, that's for sure. 80s Rat, Blake, yeah, Rat, the group, 80s Rat, hair metal group, good riffs. They did. Absolutely. Excellent, excellent. Anthony, hey there from Canada. You guys are getting off easy. Yeah, a lot of people say that, and I totally understand that. But it's nothing but ice here, man, and it's all the power's out. Everything shuts down here, man. That's just how it is in this area. So I don't like it. I don't like it. I wish they'd go ahead and get out of here and we can get our power back on, but RG, we get nothing here in Myrtle Beach. Well, we got nothing. Just a touch of rain. We lucked out. Oh, thank you, RG. I didn't know you was in Myrtle Beach. Okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know. Anthony says snowbanks are up to my neck here, literally. Oh, I can understand that, my friend. Yeah, Canada don't mess around when the wintertime comes around. Yeah, I would not want to live there. Nothing. I don't mean nothing bad. It's just too cold a lot of the times. That climate, I just don't want to care for that climate. Bozique, if we get more this weekend, like they say we're getting, that's it. I'm buying a snowmobile. Oh my gosh. Christopher Cross, very underrated guitarist. Yeah, that song Sailing, I've always thought that was a beautiful song by Christopher Cross, yes. Yeah. Time Surfing Alien. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Thank you for everybody that's taking the time to hang out here on this live stream. But yeah. So I don't even know what time it is, man. I don't even know. They said that they would hopefully have the power on by 3 p.m. Would anybody tell me what time it is? Eastern Standard Time? I have no way of. I can't scroll down on my phone. It'll cancel the stream out. So I have no idea. I have no clue. 2:29. Thank you, Bozy. 2:30. Thank you very much. Okay. So we're getting in that ballpark, or they're saying when it's going to be back on. So thank you very much for that. Thank you for letting me know. Anthony, I'm surprised I haven't seen your channel before. I'm an avid guitar player. Are you a lefty, or is that because your camera is turned around? Okay, Anthony, yeah, thank you for first of all, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate that, sir. Um, no, I'm going live on my phone right now because our power is out, but I have a generator running, and that right there I'm pointing at is my T-Mobile internet, and it's wireless. So the tower down the road is still up and running, so that's how I'm able to get internet and use Wi-Fi. So I'm going live on my smartphone, and when you use the front-facing camera when you're doing YouTube, the image is mirrored. So no, I'm not a lefty. I know it looks that way, but no, I'm a right-handed guitar player. Everything's backwards because we're live on YouTube app on the phone. So they turn things around. I don't know why they do that. It's so crazy. But anyway, yes, 2:30. Thank you very much for that. But thank you, Anthony, for being here, man. I really appreciate that. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Scott from South Carolina. Christopher Cross filled in for Richie Blackmore one time when he was sick. I didn't know that. Interesting. Wow. The dog says this shirt beats freezing outside. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's cold here too, brother. It's cold. JP Stella, what's up, JP? Yo, yo, yo. I'm sick of shoveling snow. And make sure the host don't answer the trivia before the chat. Oh, JP, man, what's up? Yeah, man, we kind of got away with that one, didn't we? Yeah, we will adjust. We will adjust. That was a quick answer. Rex McGee. Hey, Mr. McGee, how are you doing, sir? Hey, Joe, just chiming in and praying for your power to be turned back on. Just caught your live show. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. McGee. I appreciate that. Yeah, we there's we have a generator running outside, and there's only so many things that I can have hooked up, and luckily, like I said, our Wi-Fi is running from a cord from the generator. I have a power bank here hooked up to the phone, so I can try to keep the stream going as long as I can. I was wanting to keep going until to see. Thank you, Scott. 2:30. Thank you. I was wanting to see if the power is going to come back on at 3, like the power company has said, because I was on my way out the door to go get some more gas for the generator because I only have enough gas for one more fill up on the generator. That's it. And while I'm hoping I can get across the bridge down here because it's probably iced up because of the wind and everything. I don't know. And all I have is my little Ford Ranger. And it's not what do you call it? It's not too it's not four-wheel drive. It's just, it's only got that single right wheel that spins when you hit the gas. Positive traction. Yeah, it doesn't have positive traction. It's got that negative traction. So I was like, well, while the sun's out and it's barely above freezing, I want to try to make a run. If I can find a convenience store that has gas. All the stores around here are out of fuel, man. They're out of fuel. And that's when things around here, I don't know about anybody else, because I know it's different in different regions of the country and Canada and everywhere else. But here, when when the power goes out and all the gas stations are out of gas, watch out. It gets people get stupid around here, man. Especially out here in this little town. It's crazy. Hang on just one second. Pardon me. But the generator will run until maybe 6 or 7 o'clock this evening, and it will shut down. And that I have one more fill up remaining. That'll be it. And that might get us to 6 or 7 in the morning. And after that, we don't have anything else. So that's why I want to go get some gas just in case the power doesn't come back on. Anthony says, I subscribed. Hey, is that Dark Knight Strat I see back there? I have the whole Dark Knight series, the Telly, the Strat, and the Jazzmaster. Great playing guitars. This here is if that's what you're referring to, sir, that is a Schecter is what that is. That is the Sun Valley Shredder is what that is. Oh, this back here, you might be talking about that. That is not the Dark Knight. It looks like it, but it's not. No, it's just a Fender. That's just a project build I did, Fender Strat. But it does have that. I can see what you're talking. If that's what you're referring to, I can see that would resemble. Yeah, those Dark Knight Strats are awesome. They are awesome. I love those guitars. I don't have one, but yeah, they're great. Siphon the gas? No, 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 no. Oh no. Scott from South Carolina. My generator runs on both gas and propane. Yes. JP Stella, a lot of the warmer climates across America always have a harder time with the cold weather and wind. Yes, we do here. And we get picked on a lot too, because, and that's just, I get it, but, you know, our region right here where we live, we're just not set up for really, really bad weather. We don't have things put into place for that. And so when stuff like this happens, it's bad. It makes it hard for everybody because we usually don't get stuff like this. So it's just it's tough sometimes for us. Anyway, but let's see here. Blake said, Joe, I just checked Duke power outage and it went from 10,000 down to 5,000. So it's getting better. Well, that's half it. That's great, man. Thank you, Blake. That's really nice. Anthony says, yes. Oh, you talking about that guitar there? Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you. Bozique, wear a satellite dish on your head and get some solar or something, I guess. Yeah. Ooh, I can hear some trucks going down the road. I wonder if that's the utility crews. I don't know. Scott from South Carolina, I have a PV USA Strat that has the fretboard and the headstock painted black. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. That is slick right there. Yes, yes, sir, Anthony. I got you. Yeah, the music note strap is going to an SRV wannabe build that I did, and that other one is the that you think looks like the Dark Knight. Yeah, that's just a custom build that I did. Yeah, I haven't played those guitars in a while. I need to play them sometime. It's just too dang cold to mess with anything right now. Everything will be out of tune and it sound like crap. You need to come back when we do a live show and it's scheduled and I can play, and you need to tune in for that, Anthony. It's a good time. It's a good time when Ralph and I do our show, J&R Talking Guitars and More, Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We run that show's about 2 hours and 15 minutes long, something like that. And hang on just 1 second. Okay, well, I've been instructed that I need to go check the generator. There's something going on with the generator, so I got to go do that. And she said it's low on fuel. So like I said, I'll need to go make a gas run and see what's going on there. JP, when do I get the new EVH? It's going to be a while. The seller reached out to me and said it's going to be I told him to take his time, man, because this bad weather is everywhere. And I said, man, take your time. Don't put yourself in no bad situation. Hell, if you need to wait 4 or 5 days, wait. I don't care. I ain't no hurry. Ain't like I don't have no guitars to play. Ralph, there he is, lurking in the background. There he is. Yes, Anthony, yeah. Put it in the notifications, man, for the channel. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And stay safe, everybody. Yes, thank you. I need to go out here and tend to this because I can't afford for this to not be working again, and this takes priority. So thank y'all for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Y'all stay safe, stay warm, and I will check back in later, okay? All right, y'all. Have a good one. Take care and God bless. Thank you for being here. All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.